Hello again, everyone. This is RLT152 in my continuing video series on my hat collections. Right now, we're going to do the remainder of my sports-related caps. I have about 12, 13 of them, so I'm just going to go through them right now. First one I have, the only other minor league cap I have, this is the Harrisburg Senators. I occasionally go out to Harrisburg to see them play. I really like their park. It's on this thing called City Island, which is an island right in the middle of the Susquehanna River. And so it's pretty cool. They got the stadium there, and they got a miniature golf course there. So it's a real nice place. I really like this cap, though. I bought this because it's this place called Retroband. And it really, I guess it's supposed to look like an old, worn hat, because it has, little, marks are supposed to, represent, the wearing of it. I mean, this is how it was when I got it. I didn't actually do this. And even here, little felt and netting, as you can see through. And snaps. So a lot of the things, the snaps, the netting, and even these little things here that are supposed to, represent a worn hat, are all real good things that I like. So it was a great hat, great buy for me. Next one I have, this goes back to, the now is called the Tampa Bay Rays, but then they were called the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And this is a real interesting hat that I have, and I really like it a lot. I think my mom got it for me during their inaugural year, 1998. And it's right here. Obviously, it looks nothing like a Devil Rays cap. The color, it's like a, maroonish type red, or light maroon type red. And, this stuff right here. And then it says Devil Rays in the back. But I really think it was an interesting hat that she got me. And I really like it. I'm not really a Devil Rays fan at all. Or now the Rays. But just this kind of hat. Really look cool. More of I wouldn't say, obviously not a formal hat, but more of a dress-up hat, kind of, with the words on it. And also, this is probably the only hat I have that's like this. But it's like an elastic band. I think they only did this for a very short amount of time. This is from 1998, I believe so. An elastic band to adjust it. Still fits me a little bit, though. Next one, this might be the oldest hat I have in this collection. This goes back to about 93, 94. But another name that's been changed back when they were the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, or the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Now they're just the Anaheim Ducks. But I still like to call them the Mighty Ducks. They're always the Mighty Ducks to me. It says Anaheim right in the back. And once again, the snaps, kind of one of those old school era snaps. But my mom got me this, I guess around, I think what was her first year, 93 maybe? If someone can check that. But right around that time, I think it was probably 94 that I got this hat, I think. So it's probably the oldest hat that I still have, or at least that I still had in the box, from I believe 1994. Mighty Ducks. Still the Mighty Ducks to me, too. Next one I have, a couple of championship hats for Philadelphia teams. Well, let's do the Eagles first. First one, 2004 NFC champions, which was right before Super Bowl 39. Philadelphia Eagles, my home team. And actually, I didn't even notice. It still has the Super Bowl. I've only worn this maybe once or twice before, but it still has a Super Bowl 39 hologram on it. And this is another one, actually. It has the buckle, and it also has a place to put it in, and the NFL logo on the back, and a little tag right here too. From when they won and they went to the Super Bowl. Obviously, they didn't win the Super Bowl. They lost to the Patriots, but it was a great game, and most recent time they were in the Super Bowl. Considering the way things are going, might be the last time for a while. Next one is from an actual championship hat for the Phillies. A couple months before the Phillies won the World Series, the Philadelphia Soul won the Arena Bowl. They were actually back in the Arena Bowl this year, but unfortunately they lost. I believe to a team from Arizona, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. But they lost the Arena Bowl. They were so dominant. But then they lost the Arena Bowl by a lot. But back in 2008, they won the Arena Bowl. Actually, it was a close game up until the end. And this is their hat, which is with the snaps, with a buckle, I should say. Buckle snap. Philadelphia Soul. Actually, it doesn't say the year on it. Just says Arena Bowl champions, but it's 2008. Next cap is a handful of NASCAR caps. If you don't know, I'm a big NASCAR fan as well. A couple drivers I like. First, this hat is Dale Earnhardt Jr. who actually just missed last week's race, and he has to miss this week's race because at the end of Talladega crash he actually suffered a concussion, so he's out for at least those races, maybe a few after, but hopefully not. And 88, this is actually his hat number now. I believe this is from the first year he had it, which I think was 2008. This actually was sponsored, because it says right here Kellogg's Racing in the back. I bought a bunch of Kellogg's products, and I got this. 88 with a kind of like a stitch signature, not an actual signature. And the Velcro. And like I said, Kellogg's Racing. And my other driver, my favorite driver, the driver I follow the most, is Tony Stewart. I have two Tony Stewart caps, with his old number and his new number. First off, his old number, number 20, which was his number up until 2008, I think. And this is the 20, back when he was with Joe Gibbs, is Joe Gibbs Racing. And also Home Depot, which was his sponsor at the time. And NASCAR, across the Velcro. This is old, and here's his new number, number 14. G Races. Actually, this one, I've worn it once or twice, but I still have the tag on it. Just take that off. But number 14 cap, which is his number now, for Stewart-Haas Racing. He's a part owner. And this, if you don't know, last year he won a championship. It was his third overall championship. He was the first driver other than Jimmie Johnson to win it since himself. He did it in 2005, then through 2006, through 2010, Jimmie Johnson won it. And then last year, 2011, Tony Stewart won it. He's in the chase this year, kind of up and down. I believe he's farther down the points, but obviously not eliminated. So if he can, do a, make a pull, make a little rally, he might be able to make it. This actually, if you look at this, there's a little, like black spot, because for some reason it was something, I don't know if it was something with like a shampoo I had or something on my desk, but it got on there, but it didn't hurt it that much, and it's still cool to wear. Office Depot, which is a sponsor now, like I said, 2011 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, number 14, and with another signature, like, stitched in, and Sprint on the back, which is the sponsor, obviously, of the series. Next, we're going to do a few collegiate hats. Like I said in a past video, I'm a diehard Duke fan. This is the Duke hat. I think I only have one Duke hat. This is the only one I have with me. But it says D, Duke signal. If you can look real quickly, right here on the front, it says Duke. And then also says Duke on this Velcro right here. Also a big fan of University of Miami. Been a fan of them for a while. So this is their infamous U cap. So the U is what they normally go by. Kind of had an up and down years, but I remember growing up, very successful in the 80s and 90s when I was growing up. Had that, I forget the actual number, and I should know exactly how many. I'll have to look up and add it as an annotation. But they had a long home winning streak, which went for about 10 years. They didn't lose a game at the Orange Bowl. They no longer play at the Orange Bowl. Obviously, the Orange Bowl has been torn down, been replaced now with the Marlins Ballpark on that site, and they now play all their games at Dolphin Stadium, which is just outside Miami and Miami Gardens. But for many years, they played at the Orange Bowl in downtown Miami, and like I said, we're very successful there. Next two Penn State hats, which is actually my alma mater. I went to Penn State when I was younger, so I'm a big fan of Penn State. Like I said, now it's been the last year or so now has been very tough for the program, but they're kind of on the rebound, doing a lot better so far this year than I expected. Lost their first 2 games, but I really haven't lost a game since. I've been doing very well. Have some pretty tough games coming up, but I'm kind of, confident they might finish with a good record. Obviously, won't go to a bowl game for the next 4 years, but there you go. Penn State, Nittany Lions Division I hat, and the S with Penn State in the back. And this next one actually is their Big Ten Championship hat, but as we know, I don't know if it was officially vacated, because I believe they still have it up on their years where they list it, but 2005 at the time they were the Big Ten champions with a nearly undefeated record. There was a one close game, but then again, all of those wins have now been vacated by the NCAA. But here's the Big Ten hat, and the last sports hat I have to show you is from this past. It's actually the most recent hat in this collection, and probably the second or third most recent I have from this past year's Little League World Series. 2012 Little League Baseball World Series, Williamsport, PA. The Little League Baseballer, they have the logo, and also right here on the side. And this is an interesting one though on the back. It's not actually quite a buckle. First time, this is recently. I've never seen this before, but it's like a little latch almost that you can pull it, and it goes underneath. And once again, the league guy. This is really cool. I like the Little League World Series a lot.